You ready to get into this? We got some good footage, news, history on the discord and disunity in Gambia. Let's get into it. Are you ready? Let's get it. Peace and blessings and keep up the lessons. This is your brother Taalib from the Brother Taalib Show. Yeah, I'm here this evening with all black in the black background screen because this is going to be like a premiere to see these people and really know what's going on, or actually what has been going on, better to say, in Gambia with the repats and repatriation groups and organizations, so-called business people. And I say that not to insult anybody, but I'm saying about how things have gone. And I know I have some understanding. I've been into this and watching these YouTube content creators that are going up against each other and having major issues. And this goes out to one of my good close companions on the YouTube circuit. Happy companion also to him and others that have been caught up in the middle of this stuff. And where did it first start? So I want to just get into a little bit real quick about where this stuff started and why it's here. But also to say the best thing to do is to move on from it and follow what we all should be upon. But as Muslims, we know when it first starts, unity starts with Tawheed. That means the oneness of the Creator. That means Islamic monotheism. That means focusing your life on trying to please Him. So if you make your intentions for Allah to please Him alone and not to please people or please your own desire, because you are part of that component of the people. You are human just like them, and you are liable of making mistakes and errors and falling to your desires, falling to arrogance, falling to narcissism, or whatever you want to call it, all the different things, and thinking that you can do this and talk any kind of way, falling to being trifling and being ghetto or what have you. All the stuff that you're gonna hear a little bit and know from how things started to get to where they are now. Okay, so let's get into it. But I gave you that advice first as a Muslim, and for all of you, even if you're not, it's just normal. We should be focusing on a better, higher level. Some people say they go in there and they want to Gambia, want to Africa, and repatriate over there. And even the Muslims know better. We make hijrah for Allah, not for yourself, not for desires of, or doing what the ancestors said that they think that came into their mind and in some dreams, or something that some mental, insight or intuitive that they feeling that came to them or came over them to go there for their ancestors. No, but for the one who created you to move from a situation where you're struggling and having problems, like in America, as a people of color and African Americans and so forth, and descendants of Africa, diaspora. So we're going back to Africa for better, to build and to do better, not to do crazy stuff that we've been doing while we was here in America or UK or wherever, or not to get into allowing our lower selves to come out there and to act up there. And to act out because the people there have their issues and they're human, whether they're this color or not. And that's another problem, this Crayola problem, thinking that because we're black that we're going to be right, just like the whites think they're right, excuse me, or the Tubob think they're right. You know what I mean? That's the name that they use in African terms of speaking about people of European descent, white people, right? Okay. So basically, so I can keep out the people feeling some type of way too much, but I'm going to come off with the truth. And that's basically it. And from what I know in my experience and the patterns of people and how they are, their character flaws, that they may have allowed, because if they're not submitting to a higher being that gives you and governs you and how you're supposed to carry yourself, you're going to come out your character, or you're going to be that character that is already negative, and people know of you of that. or know of you to be however you are, that the people don't like you and they have a problem with you, and it becomes problems, and these problems become bad results, and this is what we see. Okay, so anyway, I want to just start here first, which is who is this? Art Carty. This is where most of the problems in the Gambia had started, because of the mouth, because mouth almighty. And I've given this young lady advice before. Probably never got to see my YouTube video because I didn't have the likes and the views and at the level that everybody else does, and I still don't. And it doesn't matter to me. It would be nice, and algorithm, all that stuff with YouTube, and being able to get more people to view and get the knowledge for what I give and things that I try to speak about and talk about and inform people about. But this is what I'm trying to inform you. This is how it started with this young lady. May Allah guide her. And listen to what is one of the main reasons that you can listen to hear to how she sounds and how she speaks and how she probably carries herself. Maybe not fully, because I don't know her, and I never was around her in her midst, and but I saw the patterns, and your statements beseech you, and what you put out, it shows your character. Okay, so let's see. Hold on.
Chosen. It all started from me talking about what the fuck I saw, and everybody was pissed off with my tone, playing the tone politics with.
Excuse the cursing, people. I don't curse in my videos, but just I want to let you see how real it is, and
me. No, I don't even like to do no ego boost and stuff. Going out to Africa was the best thing that could ever happen to me on a personal level, a business level, an emotional level, a spiritual level. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. Y'all are already jealous and mad off the tiny little bit of my life that I show you. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be really upset if you really knew how good and how the ancestors is blessing around this motherfucker. And I got a fucking new man in my life. Y'all really gonna be upset when y'all see him. Ain't he fine as hell? No, I don't even like to do no ego boost and stuff.
Well, I'm going back a little bit because it was something to really hear.
Y'all can't talk to me about a satin bonnet. My people, most of y'all don't qualify. Yeah, no, y'all don't qualify to talk to me, to ask me anything, to tell me you should know to Africa in the first place. Y'all hotels that's hollering about that, y'all go find some purpose in your life. Don't try to read my book right now. This book is way out of your league. Don't try to read my book and piece it together and wonder if I'm fulfilling my don't worry about it. A lot of y'all not even fulfilling y'all purpose. Single, sad, depressed, and lonely, and confused, and not even knowing what you're here for. So just watch the show. Just watch the show. Give your thumbs up, a thumbs down, because that's all you're empowered to do at this point. But you certainly don't give a fuck about these kids. Show you. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be really upset if you really knew how good and how the ancestors is blessing around this motherfucker. They told me the betrayal was coming. I told my bitch-made former business manager, don't trust those women. But no, as Pisces do sometimes when they're in their shadow bitch-made period, you don't tell everybody the facts. So they was doing shit behind my back using.
So she's explaining about the stuff that had happened and went on with her interaction with who? Now I'm going to tell you the next person who caused a lot of issues, what we call fitna. And he was supposed to be, he proclaims himself to be a Muslim. And a lot of actions and patterns of his actions are not in line with him being a Muslim. There's people who have been around him that are Muslim and saw that he never really implemented what is incumbent upon a Muslim, which is praying 5 times a day, being at the masjid as a man, praying in the masjid. And there's plenty of masjids in Gambia. It's a small place. What's the excuse? You don't intoxicate yourself. He's been known for intoxications. The parties he would have with the people like her as well and others. And all these different things. It's unfortunate, but this is what he's into. This is what she was into as well. And this is him, And one of this picture here is speaking about how he had to clean up about the money. Exclusive Quasi Boyd comes clean about the money. That was the issue that them two, being they had an organization or a business that they were going to get repats, a little tongue tied, repats to go and take their money, invest in land, and they will help them to get this land and buy this land across the Atlantic. Because it was a difficulty, especially during the pandemic time, for people to be able to make that move to go there and to handle all that. So Art Cathay and Quasi Boyd, along with their staff and so forth, put together a business, put together a service that they can do this, and they would make money in it, which is all good. If you have the right mindset and you're going to be honest and you're going to do this according, to what it is basically being just and giving the people their rights and giving them their services rendered, and money is handled correctly. That's why it says about the money. So there was a lot of discrepancies over that. There was a lot of issues, fitna, that came. People were coming after them, threatening them. She speaks about it in a video. Watch her videos. Do your own. Do your own due diligence. Go in there and watch and see what they're talking about. And let me say why I'm doing this video is because the ridiculous fitna that they cause is like a fire that's just growing and spreading throughout Gambia, and it's making a bad name for Gambia. It's making a bad name for the regular Muslims that are there. And I'm Muslim, so I that's my position. You already know me, Brother Taalib Show. That's who I am. And I'm going to be doing continuously trying to look out for the image of Islam. And then this guy is supposed to be, he claims he's Muslim. That's another thing. Even worse than her, to me, him has made a bad image of what a Muslim's supposed to be, and I can't stand for that. Without the people being, put out there, that they gotta be stopped in their actions of what they continue to be able to do, which is put out what they're speaking about and get people to follow them and think that they're all great or whatever, because they may hide this thing and they're only gonna give you their story to make them seem that they didn't do any wrong. But the pattern and the action speaks louder than the words. Y'all can speak all the words, you can cuss up all the storms you want to cuss up. That don't matter. It's about how you handle yourself, how you carry yourself. And everywhere you went so far in Africa, it's been so fitna until she returned, I guess, back in the States, wherever she's at, with her new man. So be it. Hopefully, she'll have a good life with him. That's not my problem. That's not my issue. My issue is you bringing the negativity to the African people as well that you did. Art Cathay also in some of her statements. I wanted to try to cue that up. I didn't get a chance to cue it up because I was trying to put this guy's picture in, and so that you can see who I'm talking about. Quasi, and he's been talked about a lot lately from different YouTube content creators, without me saying any names of who they are, and just putting his stuff out and letting it be known. Some of them might not even use his name, and that's because they're probably trying to protect themselves from any actions being taken, legal actions being taken against them, whatever. To me, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care, because everybody's putting their names out. Everybody's putting videos out. So it's like a norm. I am not bringing nothing against them. My disclaimer is I don't speak any harm against them. I don't speak any retribution or anything like that. They didn't get me. They didn't scam me or whatever. But my thing is to put the word out to the people so you won't be scammed. Some of you won't be falling into their following and subscribing to them and supporting them. No, don't support them. And I learned in Islam that when people are doing wrong, you cannot support them in their wrong. You cannot support them in their wrong. You have to boycott their wrong. You have to be against their wrong. You have to warn them against their wrong. They've been warned. I mean, to the fullest extent. But because of arrogance, and it's even sad for us, for a woman to have arrogance. We know men is testosterone is mixed all in that hormones, right? But for a woman to be so like, yo, mother, I don't give them these soft niggas, and come on, man, like, whoa. But that's how people are. You can't change a person, and you can tell them they got to make changes. The matter depending on how close you are to them. Because if it was just me and she's speaking to me, she'd cuss me up too. She, you know what I'm saying? She'll try to roast me out. I'm not gonna go there with you because you're a woman. You know, I know I'm stronger than you. I know I'm stronger than most of these women. Some women could give me some two-piece, pow, pow, pow. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to go up to a woman like that. I'm not going to argue with that. Nah, you go ahead, young lady. Go somewhere and I'm going to roll out. Just don't try to do no mess. But I wouldn't even been in that arena, in that presence. With him, I already spoke, gave him advice. Other people gave him advice, sent videos about him, and they haven't learned. Now they trying to make themselves seem like they weren't bad and they didn't do anything wrong. They both against each other, but the discord doesn't end. Also, what goes with other families or other YouTube content creators? They're the start part. The other people, I don't even have to post them up because I just don't want to get into it too long-winded. Blacks, right? Julia and her husband, you know, and I think Andrew or something like that. But and pretty much to me, respectable lady, respectable family, all good. But too much involvement and I guess wanting to be in a lead position from my point of view, what I've seen, and I followed, and I even did to where I was trying to be part of the Black family or group or organizations and all that because I wanted to get into whatever organization that can, you know, help me out to make my transition from America when I was trying to go to Gambia myself, make hijrah there. I'm Muslim. I was trying to make hijrah there because it's a Muslim land, but predominantly Muslim run and controlled. And the amount of the most people that are there that live there are Muslim. Okay. So for me, I was trying to make hijrah, trying to make my Islamic migration. For other people, so-called spiritual in relation and connection with the ancestors and all this other type of stuff, that's their thing. Okay. So, but it was sad. And I had another brother that knew, like I said, that knew and advised this brother, or supposed to be Muslim brother, Quasi Boyd. Didn't listen to him, obviously, because the brother was talking about how he was indulging. That's what he told me. And I dealt with the brother trying to do some business investments. He didn't beat me because I wasn't making those types of transactions. When I wasn't sending no money to him. I wasn't saying we're going to go in together. And I wasn't doing that. I observe people. I analyze the situation before I get into anything in so many different levels that, and main level is your character. Number one. And that's from Islam, that the ulama, the scholars of Islam, they talk about to focus on the akhlaq, the character, personality of a person first. Like Arcate, I was definitely not going to, I mean, once her mouth came out with that stuff, oh no, like she even mentioned, she happy to be again. If you look at this video, this particular video, which I'll try to post it in the description, you can hear some of the old school things that she went through and why she started to do what she did and why she started roasting people and this and like that and exposing a lot that was going on in Gambia, which is understood. But it's a way you go about it. It's a way you handle yourself. It's a respectable manner of how you handle yourself. She's saying, like she said, she loves being from the ghetto. She loves being ghetto head or whatever you want to call it. And I'm from the hood. I'm from the ghetto. I'm from the Bronx. But the mentality doesn't have to follow with you. You come out of there and you start changing yourself because that mentality in that hood is destructive. And it's downtrodden and it doesn't help people to be better people. It's not a good life or way or mentality to have. And to be proud of that? No, okay, if you're proud about the fact that you're black, African American, and you was raised up in the family you was, and you was there, and so forth, and you're not what you call ashamed of being in that type of life, living in a underprivileged areas, as we know, in the urban cities in America, right? And the same in UK, they have something like that as well. And the majority of people that are there are black or Hispanic, right? We know because the financial levels of what they're able to afford to have better, and also from racism, systematic racism, we know. But why bring that same mentality with you into another land, or still in throughout your life, and you don't work to change it? But anyway, enough with trying to deal with a person's character as such as her or Quasi Boy. But like back to Julia and her family, and also I think she overstepped herself, and she was loving the stage, as we say, being want to be on that stage. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. That's how it goes, and you reap what you sow. So a lot of the stuff that came back at her was due to certain maneuvers that she made, and people she was making maneuvers with, and then they came back at each other because there was no unity. It was disunity. Always there, hiding behind the closed doors, or hiding behind their what they really was portraying was, oh, I'm going to get this for me eventually. After I deal with these people, then they're going to help me to get to where I want to get to. And everybody starts pulling back and wanting to have the stage. You understand? And some people are just straight trifling. They don't care. They're going to come off with everybody. Pow, 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 pow! Like our Cathay, even the Gambians, just shooting off that mouth, with not even caring. Drive-by shootings with that mouth. You know what I mean? But that's how these people are. The characters show themselves. They perceive themselves. So then, you got the last thing to speak on, the Bag family. So all of these people in there, and then got my brother and other YouTube in there in the middle, squeezed in and sandwiched. They was trying to just come there and start their thing and do their thing and just help. They wanted to do cooperative economics, or just work together, like my brother, Saeed, and get caught in the middle. Now they gotta protect their image and their selves, and their family, because people are coming after their families. This guy Quasi, yeah, coming at talking against and talking about people, and creating more and more fitna, more and more chaos, more and more controversy, more and more scandalous type of stuff going on. Because you were doing nefarious acts, and people started catching you out there. Well, anyway, it's all being revealed. Allah reveals all things because He's all knowing. And when it's His time, He's going to reveal you, and He's going to expose you. You're going to get exposed through the people, but it's going to happen. So it's happened. So basically, to get it to a closing, my basic thing was to try to bring for you guys tonight is to let you know to be careful of these people. These are the two main people who started this stuff. And do not follow them. Do not follow in the YouTube. Do not follow this. Just stay away from them. As far as when it comes to this social media thing, especially. Now, as far as if you want to deal with them on the outside and socialize and go to where they're at, and still, that's your prerogative. That's up to you. But supporting them in the social media is on a higher scale, even more than when you're networking, because networking has gone to a different level now in social media. So now it's going all over the world, and many more compound amounts of people are receiving what these people are trying to portray themselves as. They show themselves as, you know what I'm saying? And some people are just blind following. But use your mind and use your true heart and know that something is wrong. Watch their videos or the videos that the people speak against them, and put all the puzzle together, and you will find out on your own. If you don't want to listen to me, that's fine. I'm just giving you the knowledge. I'm putting it out there. I know I went through my stuff with them and knowing about them and giving them advice myself in my videos. The brother Quasi gave him advice in a chat message with him, because I spoke to him, and he might not remember me, because we was dealing, like I said, on a business level, doing cryptocurrency and so forth and investing in that. Then he spoke about going to Gambia. I told him if I was going to go, I knew a brother that was there. He met that close brother that's close to me that I've known for years, that I work with. And, that's how we knew about Quad. But the stuff that went on is sad, man. May Allah guide him, Allahumma ameen, and may Allah guide her to Islam. I mean, I can't take Quasi Boyd out of the fold of Islam. If he says he's Muslim, he may be. But his actions, if he's not praying, if he's not doing all these other type of stuff, if you're not praying, Akhi, if you're listening to this video and doing all these things that you do as non-Muslims are not supposed to be doing, not even any human being, but non-Muslims are supposed to know better the things that you have been seen doing or people know of you doing that are there. I can't speak and say for sure because I haven't been there, but you have to fear Allah. And you have to change and make your change, because Allah is going to hold you accountable just like every one of us. So that's all I can say. And may you, guys get some benefit from knowing to just keep your distance and keep it moving and make prayer for these people. That's all I'm going to say. And as far as the other people I mentioned, do your own due diligence. Stay on point when you deal with them, like the Bag family, any interactions with them. Only thing I know about them is that they're into their own world. They're not Muslim for sure. Know that. For those of you Muslims, don't get too caught up into their stuff. They're doing what they're doing. They have their fitness stuff going on with these people. Hearing stuff about people doing spells on one person, the other person's trying to send a spell back to them. Kiki, what's her name? I can't remember if her name was Kiki or whatever. Is what she has her own YouTube channel. She does YouTube videos, and she went back and forth with the mother, and they call it Juicy Mama, and it was Cynthia, right? Yeah, and went back with her, and it's just a whole lot of fitness issues that you want to stay away from. You don't want the drama. Stay away from the drama. Go to Africa. Don't be afraid, but go prepared. Prepare your mind. Prepare yourself. Prepare your pockets, and get ready to deal with some stuff that you have to deal with, but also know somebody there and know somebody you can trust. Don't send money to nobody there just like that. Don't do all these things from afar. Go there and get on the ground. If you're not ready to go there, don't go there until you're ready to go there. You know what I'm saying? Several things and like several videos there are people who will give you advice on how you can handle yourself, but advice for them I wouldn't take. I would be careful. And as far as blacks, the same thing. Just be careful, do your own due diligence, and deal with people that you can trust. And that's all I can say. All right, so don't forget to click the like button for this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to me already. And I also have another channel called Crypto B-Boy. You can go there and get into me investing and dealing with business videos that I speak on and give you information about investing in cryptocurrency, digital currency, which is the future. Okay, so any of that you wish to do, then that's where you can go and put it into the search engine for YouTube, Crypto B-Boy. And also share this video. I would like to be able to see more people involved and engaging in these videos, and that I can give off more. And some of you can give some back to me, and especially in the comments place. You can do, if you have questions or any statements against what I'm saying, what have you, even if it's negative, I will respond back accordingly, inshallah. All right, so you have a good night, people. Peace and blessings, and keep up the lessons. Your brother Taalib from the Brother Taalib Show. I'm out of here. Have a good one.